I'll do it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hi, good people. Hopefully having a fantastic day. So it looks like our magnificent Penny Wong, brilliant politician, if you ask me, gave another $50 million to Afghanistan. I passed by Southport on the Gold Coast today, and in one of the parks there's a homeless encampment. Now, something I noticed about 4 weeks ago when I drove by there, it looked like there were a few tents there. Today it looked a little bit like there must be more. I didn't know the specific numbers, but it looked like it increased. And it's just interesting that the Labor Party of Australia, well, look, I'm going to stop using the term Labor Party. I'm going to call it the Uni Party. Labor and Liberals, which are now Labor Light, okay? Labor Party still have their connection with the Greens Party, which is your pseudo-communist Marxist, cultural Marxist party. They usually attach themselves to left-leaning bodies, but are more of a radical tinge than the mainstream left-leaning political organism that exists. And I'm not calling them parasitic in any way at all. I'm just saying they sort of attach themselves to the left-leaning Labor Party. Although I must say, it doesn't seem like the Labor Party really can affiliate itself with the traditional, moderate left policies, which is really to be considerate of the unions, the tradespeople of Australia, the hospitals as well, and of course the education system. I don't think they can really say that they focus on the constant improvement and efficiency of those absolutely necessary trades, professions, and unions as well, that for many years have represented workers. Now, because we can't really say that, because what they've done is they're adding millions and millions of new migrants to the system, which means that, number one, for unions it's going to be no good, is it? Because you're going to find people that will not join the union, they will work for cheap, they won't want any benefits whatsoever. And the large corporations who come in construction in particular, we'll just talk about construction today, and also transport, they'll simply just take the jobs from the traditional workers because they'll be cheaper and the companies can make more money. Another thing to think about is that number two is the hospitals and education, they're full now of non-Australians or recent arrivals, and they're overworked. It's really causing a lot of headaches and problems for the people in education in schools and in hospitals. Now, what I would really like to know is, like, I mean, we can give money to Afghanistan, great, but have you ever thought about, if you are a politician of a specific nation like Australia, should you not be Australians first? Should you not be most concerned with Australians above all other people? I tend to think yes. Australian-born Australians come first to Australian politicians. But I'm just thinking, if that's my principle, what's the principle of the Labor Party? So Australians are suffering. Cost of housing is through the roof. It's insane now. And they're adding millions of new migrants. Now these new migrants will vote for the leftist parties because they think they'll get more from them. So the Labor Party are choosing these new migrants. They're choosing to focus on the new migrants migrating into Australia, while at the same time neglecting homeless Australians who have been on waiting lists for years and years and years. So what's happening with the Labor Party? I just don't understand. Now there's another very scary development over the last fortnight. Anthony Albanese visited Keir Starmer in the UK. Now Keir Starmer is extremely Orwellian 1984 dystopian leadership, where it's complete and utter chaos. Why, in the middle of multiple crises going on in Australia, unemployment, there are Seek website, job website here in Australia. There's 1,000 applicants for one job. Australians aren't getting the jobs either. Homeless people, housing shortage. We notice that our society, there's less cohesion now than ever before. No one seems to be doing anything about this. Seems to be as though Anthony Albanese and Labor Party are focused on something else. I would like to know, what is their agenda? I don't know what their agenda is, because it definitely doesn't, their actions are not suggesting Australians first. So Labor Party, I'd love you to reply. Who is your focus? It seems like there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on over here. We see all these things happening, these chaos and crises. Something else going on over here that we don't know about? Would you like to fill me in if I'm wrong? I would really like to know what your plan is for Australians, because I don't really see anything that you're doing that will benefit Australians. And yeah, you might give a $200 tax break here and there, but you're taking a lot more away from us. I just would like to know what the objectives are from the Labor Party in regards to Australians first. You can also let me know if you're not Australians first and you are looking to radically change Australian society in order for the Labor Party to be the only electable party in Australian politics, to reinforce the new draconian and authoritarian laws coming in to suit some radical agenda. If that is your plan, let me know. Just tell me, it's okay. Just let me know, so I can make arrangements to leave this country. No, I'm not going to do that. I think the best thing is to become politically motivated and have three objectives. Three only. Number one, halt all migration for 1 year. And during that time, have a moratorium, maybe even a referendum on immigration. Ask Australians, how many Australian citizens, how many migrants can we take a year? Should we right now be looking to cancel 100,000 visas a year for the next 10 years? Should we be looking at maybe a figure of 0 to 100,000 new migrants each year for the next 10 years? Or should we be looking at the Labor Party's agenda of 300 to 500,000 immigrants per year for the next 10 years? That's the first thing I would do. Let's ask Australians the question instead of making the decision for them. Number two, I would have a national campaign to build homes and roads to those homes. I believe that it should be an Australian's right to be able to afford and live in a home without the worry or fear of interest rates forcing them into homelessness. And number 3, I would really like audits and investigations into non-government organisations and government-affiliated organisations and politically affiliated organisations and money laundering. Because what I have found from multiple inquiries of my own is that while there are a lot of bureaucratic operations and non-government organisations and government organisations that are set up to help, there's actually no help available. It's just more bureaucracy that you've got to apply yourself to. And then nothing happens, but then after that you might get in contact with somebody and they'll say, well, please fill out this form and that form, but nothing seems to be happening. I had a conversation with a woman, a mother of 2, who's the victim of domestic violence, and she says it's just paperwork after paper. We're not getting anywhere. I would like an investigation into what actually goes on with these non-government organisations, government organisations, basically the bureaucracy that the government and the politically connected set up, National Disability Incentive Scheme. I would like it all set up to see where it's all going. Is it auditable in the first place anyway? I don't know what's going on, Labor Party, well, Uni Party. It seems like for a very long time you've had your own agenda, and it doesn't seem to be very positive for all Australians. So I'd just like to know what's going on. Anyway, good people, this is a fantastic opportunity to speak to you all today, wasn't it? Here at this beautiful park. Have a fantastic day, and God bless Australia. Bye for now.